Hi, everyone. My name is Florence Omotola, and I'm from El Shaddai Assessors. I have come to introduce a new channel to you, and this channel will be dedicated to learning, development, and quality in further education. So it means the purpose of this channel will be to simplify assessment processes, to address challenges that learners and assessors do face, in further education, including the quality assurance processes. So looking at this channel will be beneficiary to will be beneficiary. The beneficiaries of the channel will be learners. There will be assessors, which is otherwise known as skills coach. It will be beneficiaries to um, quality assurance personnels as well. So let's look at the first beneficiary of this channel, the learners. So these are the first point of people that are so much in concern whilst creating this channel. So what the learners are going to get, they are going to understand how to produce quality evidence that is appropriate at the level they are being assessed. For somebody that is undertaking level 2 qualification, they will be, gaining the understanding that is required to produce the appropriate level of evidence that is required for them. The learners also will gain clear understanding on the use of assessment terms. They will get clear understanding on the use of assessment terms, that is the assessment command verbs. They will get the understanding of that. So again, learners that will be watching these channels, they will get understanding on how to best use research materials in their own evidence. So when learners go to research about a topic as part of their assessment, so they would gain understanding of how to best to use the research materials, that it will not be something that they've copied and pasted. So they will gain understanding on that. Then the second beneficiary, which is going to be the assessor, skills coach, they will, this is going to be like sharing of good practice. We're going to be sharing good practice because they are assessor, I'm assessor, and so we're going to just share good practice together in order to improve in their job role or what we currently do as an assessor. So we'll be sharing good practice on understanding the qualification specification, which is very, very important for every assessor, for every skills coach. There is need for them to understand the qualification specification of delivery. That's the first point of call. Then we will share good practice on understanding assessment processes. So this one is likely to be an episode on its own. When we get there, we're going to be talking about VAT, which is making sure that assessments are valid, they are authentic, they are reliable, they are current and sufficient. So the VARC is VARCS, which all of my colleagues in the industry, they're familiar with. So we're going to be sharing good practice on that. Again, as assessor skills coach that will be watching this channel will be sharing good practice on assessment command verbs. This has also been a challenge that has been identified in the industry. Assessors need to understand the command verbs so that we can support the learners. Then we'll be sharing good practice again on the use of different assessment methods. using the appropriate or the right assessment methods during assessment is essential in gathering of evidence, of a portfolio of evidence. It is going to be something that we're going to be talking about here again as assessors, as colleagues. We'll be sharing good practice on that. Again, we're going to share good practice on the quality standard required when giving feedback to learners, and then in completing the progress review of learners, and then the OTJ, the off the job record, the off the job record of that is applicable in apprenticeships. So we're going to be looking into that and sharing good practice on that as well. Then we're going to be looking at the importance of up-to-date CPD activity, and then keeping an up-to-date CPD log. So as a coach, as an assessor, it is essential that we update our knowledge, our skill of the industry that we are assessing. So we'll be sharing good practice on that as well. So for the last beneficiary of this channel, based on the intention of creating this channel, would be the internal quality assurance. And then these people as well, as colleague in the industry, we are also going to be sharing good practice, meeting awarding organization requirements. We'll be sharing good practice on that. We'll be sharing good practice on assessment processes of qualification to be verified. So the qualification that an IQA is going to be verifying, we'll be sharing good practice on understanding the assessment processes of that qualification. So then again, we will share good practice on providing adequate support for assessors. This has been, lacking in most areas, that assessors don't get the adequate support from the internal quality assurers. And so this makes the portfolio evidence to be invalid or insufficient. So we'll be sharing good practice on this as well. So then again, we'll look at how to obtain and maintain direct claim status. This is essential in the sense that, a direct claim status will show that the training organization is working beyond the limit of just getting certification for their learners. So we will be looking at what are the processes, what do we need as an IQA to support the training organization in order to get to that stage of obtaining direct claim status, and not just obtaining the status, but to be able to maintain that direct claim status. What are the requirements of the the awarding organization? So again, we're going to look at today, I'm going to talk briefly about changes that has happened. So this is why learners may be finding some, assessment processes or challenging. So the changes that has happened has been that it's no longer NVQ, which is National Vocational Qualification, where learner only needs to demonstrate their competence in their job role. But now it is both demonstrating your competence and also ensuring that you have theoretical competence of the qualification. So it's more academic now, unlike way back before 2015. So this is the part that is posing challenge to learners, is being able to demonstrate their theoretical competence of the qualification. And so sometimes this to become a challenge to assessors as well, in order to be able to, and so they may not be able to support the learners, because it has been a challenge that they're not able to, they don't have the ability to produce quality evidence that meet assessment command verbs. So they have it has been identified that there is inability to translate, based on experience, translate assessment questions to their own understanding and relate it to their job role in order to produce evidence that is authentic. So again, these are the things we'll be discussing on this channel, and I hope that the channel is going to be of a great benefit to learners, to assessors, and to internal quality assurers. Learners have got a lot to learn in order not to get frustrated when they are completing any qualification. So we'll be looking at qualification from level 2 to management and leadership level to level 5. So this channel promise a lot to offer you as a learner, also as an assessor to share good practice, and also as an IQA to share good practice. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on this same channel. Bye.